Vitamin M. This is your motivation for the week.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, we in here. Happy New Year. Hats off to 2023. We made it, we made it, we made it. Yes, 2023. A new year, new beginnings. So welcome to your first Vitamin M for the 23 year. Oh my gosh, our first episode for 2023. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You are starting off the way that you plan on finishing. That is the way that I'm looking at this year. I am kicking the year off with my first episode, and this is the way that I plan on finishing. The way you start is the way you plan on finishing. When you start strong, you end strong. And I am excited about 2023 and all of the possibilities. See, new means a new beginning, a new start. I can start again. I can start over. What does 2023 have to offer to me? What does 2023 have to offer to us? The endless number of possibilities and opportunities and doors. What doors will open? What adventures will we go on? Exactly where will this journey take me? Those are all the things that I am asking myself. What doors are going to open for me this year? What new opportunities will be presented to me that I can walk into? What is 2023 exactly going to look like? And it is just an endless number of possibilities. I get so excited when I begin to dream and I begin to think and I just ponder all that this year has to offer us. And then I get very excited. I get very joyful when I think about you, when I think about us going on this journey together. When I say let's grow together, that's exactly what I mean. We get a chance this year, Sterling Inner Circle, to grow together, to become greater, to shine more, to make a larger impact. That's what we are able to do in 2023. It is just the number of possibilities. I can't say it enough. They are open. When I begin to ask myself these questions and I begin to ponder about what this year has to offer me, one thing begins to come to mind. One word or one, and it's really more like it is a word, but it's more like a question, and it is why? What is your why? What is your why? When I think of everything that is coming forth, I get down to what is your why? What is it? Why? Why are you doing it? Why are you here? Why are you dreaming? Why are you hoping? Why are you desiring certain things? Why are you believing? Why are you not just throwing in the towel? Why speak? Why teach? Why go get your PhD? Why open a restaurant? Why go for a new position on your job? Why open the bakery, the photography business? Why? The question is, what is your why? Why are you doing what you are doing? And what better time than the beginning of the year to answer the question, why? Why do it? Why not give up? Why not lose hope? Why? Why are we doing? And when I think about the why, you have to take time this year if you want to excel, if you want to go to the next level, if you want to level up. Now is the time. It is a new year. It's new opportunities if you want to do it. And the operative word here is if. If you desire. I am in position to motivate you, to give you tools, to give you strategies, to give you the content and equip you with what you need to do. But it's if you want to do it, if you make the decision to sit down tonight, sit down tonight and discover your why. See, we cannot create experiences for other people if we do not know our why. If I don't know why I want to be a speaker, if I don't know why I want to be here, then I cannot create an experience of a lifetime for you. The Sterling experience, when I think about the Sterling experience, I have to think about my why. Why am I doing it? Why do I call it the Sterling experience? Why do I consider myself an entire vibe? Why? The question of the night is why? Why do you do it? And let me be perfectly clear. Let me be clear. Let's be honest, because you know honesty and transparency. Hey, listen, I am who I am. And I will not show up as someone else. And when I think about why, I will tell you, truth be told, and that is what it is about, is the truth. Sometimes the question why drives me just a little bit crazy. And I say that because sometimes people will ask me why, and I'm like, why are you asking me why? Why are you asking me why? And I don't know about you, and maybe it is only me, but I like to be honest at where I am. And I say that at times it gets a little irritating when sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when someone asks you why, sometimes it is a little bit irritating. I'm just like, oh, it gets on my nerves. Here we go. You're about to ask me why, and I'm going to have to explain all of this or give a lot of information or details. And maybe I just don't want to do that. And I'm also reminded of, and I will share with you, I share a lot about my family and our experiences and the things that we do. And so I laugh because when I started thinking about processing this new year and saying, how I'm going to walk into it and what it's going to look about, I am reminded that when my daughter was younger, she would walk up, and if you have children, or if you teach, or if you have nieces or nephews or cousins or godchildren or anything along that line, you know what I'm about to say. If you tell them to do something when she was younger, they'll ask you, but why? And then I got into the habit of, I'm just not going to answer you because I don't know, I just don't feel like answering you. And so I waited out, and then she would say, but why? And then I would wait it out, and then she would say, but why? So the question of the night is, why did I not go ahead and answer her? We're going to find out as soon as we return.
Marshall Sterling is available for your next event. Known for her energetic speaking style and down-to-earth teaching, Marshall has made a positive impact on her audience at every engagement. Whether it is a keynote address, conference, workshop, breakout session, or staff meeting, Marshall brings the same fire and excitement to every session. To bring the Sterling experience to your next event, scan the QR code on the screen, or go to www.marshallsterling.com.
What is your why? What is your why? What is your why? So as I was saying, my daughter would ask me the question, but why? And I would say something or give her a direction, and she'd be like, but why, mommy? But why? But why? but why. And what I chose to do in the moment was I chose at times to do one of two things. Either I would say it was because I said so, because I'm grown and I pay the bills and you do it, or other times I would not answer at all just because I just didn't feel like it. But I began to discover that what it truly meant when I began to dig deeper, when I began to really think about it. It was about when you asked me the question why, I did not know the answer at the time. So I should reframe that and say it was the easy way out. The easy way out was to just not answer at all, because it was easier not to answer than it was to say that truly I do not know. I am also reminded of a story that was shared with me about a ham. And this is funny that I'm going to talk about ham and being a vegetarian, but I'm going to tell you the story, and I'm not going to quote it exactly the way that it was, but I am going to paraphrase it just a little bit. And so there was a family that passed down a tradition of cutting off the ends of the ham. And the grandmother, it got all the way from the grandmother to the daughter, to the daughter's child, and it just began to go down the line until finally the daughter went back to her great grandmother and said, "Why do we cut off?" She asked her mom, and the mom said, "I don't know, my mom did it." And so then she said, "Well, go ask your grandmother." And the grandmother said, "I don't know, my mother did it." So she went to go ask her great grandmother, and come to find out, the bottom line to the story was the great grandmother's pan that she was cooking the ham in was just too small. That was it. There was no other reason. The why was because I just couldn't fit it into the pan. And that's what we do at times. At times, we take on a tradition, or we do something and we don't know or able to articulate the why behind it. What if you are cutting off something in your life just because you don't know the why? It's the ham in your life and you are cutting it off just because you don't know the why. They could have had the whole entire ham, but they didn't because they thought there was a real reason why. It seemed at the time that it made it better to cut it off, but the great-great-grandmother said, "I just couldn't fit it in." You need to know your why so that you can live your best life, so that you have reason and purpose behind what you are doing. What does why mean? Why means it is the cause, the reason, or the purpose for something. What is the cause, the reason, or the purpose for what you are doing? What is your why? We cannot create great experiences if we don't know our why. Your why is what drives you. Your why is what it helps you stay focused. Your why, you align all of your decisions to your why. Your why allows you to be intentional. Listen, your why stops you from being out here, and it brings it all the way in. It brings it all the way in. Your why aligns to everything in your life. Your why should fit you like a tailored suit, like a great pair of tailored pants. It should work well on you. You must be able to explain it. When you have something in your life that fits you well and you really like it, you're able to tell people where you got it from. Where did you buy it? then you're able to describe it. You should be able to describe your why, your purpose. How do I discover my why? I put it into two separate categories, and we're going to bring those up. One being, are you discovering your why and it is something new? Are you deciding something that you want to do? Or do you already have a business? If it is something new that you are discovering, you want to ask yourself, what do I want to do? Number one, what are my strengths? What am I truly good at? What can I take from what I'm good at, and how can that impact those that are around me? And how am I also changing the people that are around me? And the ultimate question is, what makes you come alive? What fires you up? What gets you going? What keeps you up at night? What stirs at your soul? Those questions will allow you to discover your why, your purpose, because your why keeps you up. You dream about it, you think about it, you eat, sleep, and breathe your why. If you already have a business, though, it is what problem am I currently solving? What service am I providing to others? How am I changing those that are around me? And again, what lights you up? What keeps you going? What brings you to life? What makes you dream big dreams? What stirs at your soul? The answer to these questions, they lead you to your why, because it's your purpose. It's your purpose for wanting to do what you do. It is what puts the biggest smile on your face. That is your why. It's what keeps you going. It's what makes you discover new things, your why. And you're able to articulate and tell other people about your why because you're so excited about it. Have you ever discovered a new food or a new restaurant or somewhere new? You went to a new vacation spot and you wanted to share that with all of those that were around you, and you had a whole laundry list. You went down the list of things that made it the best ever, how it made you feel, what you saw, the experiences that you had. That's how you should be able to describe your why. That's why I call it the Sterling experience. The Sterling experience, how it makes others feel. What are they able to walk away with? That is your why. Your why is what brings you to life. And when we return, we're going to go a little bit deeper.
Are you looking for a way to present your product, service, or event to a new audience? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Act now if you would like to be featured or advertise on the Vitamin M Show with Marshall Sterling. This is your chance to present your product, service, or event in over 200 million homes. Do not miss this opportunity. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to www.marshallsterling.com.
What is your why? That is the question of the night. Your why. It is yours to discover. Your why should put the biggest smile on your face. Your why should make you come alive. It should light you up. Your why should keep you up at night chasing it, running after it, ensuring that you are able to do it and that you are at your best. It is what you practice. It is what you eat, sleep, and breathe. Your why brings you life. And when you discover your why, remember you should be able to articulate your why to other people. You should be able to walk around and say your why all day, every day. Anytime it comes to your mind, you should be able to say your why. The last piece of your why is, it is very emotional. It is very emotional because your why comes from your heart. Your why comes from a deep place, and everybody doesn't. You should be able to speak it and articulate it, but not all people will understand your why, because they may not be able to get with why you do it or why you want to do it, or they may not be in agreement with what you are doing, but it is okay. It is okay because it comes from your heart, because you know why you are doing it. See, when it keeps you up at night, and when you know that 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 it is your life purpose, it doesn't matter what other people think. As long as you're able to drill down and get to the heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter is, why do you want to do it? Why do you want to set the world on fire? Why do you want all of those around you to win? And so I want you to take a simple practice, and I want you to take a piece of paper, and across the top of the piece of paper, I want you to write your goal, your dream, whatever it is. I want you to write that across the top, and then I want you to number your paper down the side, 1, and then skip a line or 2, and then 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. So mine would look like across the top, I'm going to put that my life's goal, what I want to do, why am I doing this, is motivational speaker. And then when I begin to drill down, I take a version and I do my kind of own version of the 5 whys. And the 5 whys I learned for work and something else. And in the 5 whys, when you do it for work, it talks about the root analysis and the root cause of a problem. But I use it in another sense. I take the 5 whys and begin to drill down until I can, and sometimes the whys go beyond 5, and I drill down until I can no longer say why. And at the end, that is my true why. So when I look at it, I say, I say my number 1, someone saw something in me. But why? Because I had a desire to do something different. And then you say again, but why? Because I wanted to encourage other people. But why? Because I get excited when I see other people win. But why? Because this allows me to shine, baby, shine. It's my way of impacting the world. It is the truest form of myself. It's being true to me. It's being the realest Marshall that there is. This gets me out of my comfort zone. So my why is because I get to be the real me. I get to be the real me. That is my why. My why is because I get to be myself. And then I can turn around and say that I recognize that school leaders face roadblocks and fight to overcome our own self-imposed limitations. as an administrator of over 11 years and an overcomer of such things as low self-esteem and stuttering, I am passionate about helping others to break down walls, to exhibit resilience amid any situation. That is my why. My why is because I want you to break down walls. I want you to produce positive thinking, and I want you to exhibit resilience amid any situation. That is my why. You're able to put your why into an I recognize statement, and I am able to recognize the impact of being a school administrator, how that impacts other school administrators, but I'm also able to recognize the impact that that has on anyone within leadership. What I want you to remember on tonight is Happy New Year, number one. And remember your why. Do the 5 why drill down. Why do you do what you do? Why? 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 Marshall Sterling, I'm coming back and I'm coming to ask you why. What is your purpose? Why do you do it? This has been your Vitamin M.
Happy New Year! We will see you next week for another episode of Vitamin M. Book Marshall for your next event.
I teach preschool, and lately I've had a burnout until I came here. And I'm rejuvenated, I'm encouraged, I'm just so ready. I have so many skills that I can take back to my kids. I'm just so excited. And if you have a burnout and you're tired and you don't know if you still want to be in education, honey, you need to get on the next train, okay?
Advertise with us. Scan here to set up your discovery call. Let's grow together. Join the Sterling Inner Circle today. Please visit our website at www.marshallsterling.com.